Hi loves! Surprise, I'm back. I didn't disappear forever. I told you. So I thought I would jump back into the beauty and lifestyle swing of things by doing a favorites video, which is such a classic to do, and just share some things that I have been loving recently with you guys and some new products that I've discovered. And hopefully you will find a couple of things that you will want to try out as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just get started. You're definitely going to see a common theme in this video. I have been obsessed with everything matte for some reason. It's just kind of been my vibe. First, I have this Kat Von D palette. It is the Shade and Light palette. It's a really nice highlight and contour palette. Super pretty. I tend to focus more on this side because they're kind of the lighter, more fair skin friendly shades. But I also actually have been really liking this peachy highlight recently. I've been wearing it a lot. I think this is just a good range of colors and a good investment if you want to try something more fun and have some contour shades and highlight shades to play with that aren't super shimmery and going to make you feel kind of like a human disco ball. So I thought this would be a fun way kind of to try to get more into highlighting and contouring my face, because I've always done like a little bit of bronzer and called it a day, but I've been trying to step out of my comfort zone lately and I've been really liking this for doing that. Another matte palette that I've been so obsessed with recently is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. I got this for Christmas and I have been obsessed with it ever since. There are, I think it's 12 shades, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 12 shades. They're all mattes, they're all gorgeous, and there's honestly so many looks that you can come up with using this palette, and I think that's my favorite part about it, is how versatile it is. So whenever I'm traveling or even just going out of town for the weekend, I can take this with me and I can easily do everyday looks, but then I can use some of these darker shades, and there's a few colors in there too, at least more like earthy toned, like natural colors, but I can do some great dark eye looks and just like different eye looks for like nighttime or from going to a nice dinner or something. So there's definitely a lot of versatility in this palette, but it's also great for every day, and I love that. So I've been getting a ton of use out of this since I got it, and I highly recommend it. Honestly, if you try anything from this video, recommend this palette. It's amazing. Another matte makeup product that I have been really loving is the Tarte, I think it's Tartiste is how you would say it, or Tartist. I think Tartiste sounds more fun, so that's what I'm gonna stick with. Lip paint. I have two of them here. The first one I got as a sample from Sephora, and I just figured I'd try it, see what was going on. And it's just so incredibly long lasting. I have not found a lip color to last longer on me, like ever at all, like anything that I've tried. And the really great thing about this is it really doesn't budge. I mean, I can like kiss my boyfriend, I can eat food, you know, I can go a whole day and there's still a pretty good amount of color left over after all of that for like 8 to 10 hours, which it's so amazing. I love low maintenance products because as much as I don't mind, you know, like touching up a good red lip or something, it's nice to have those products that you can go to and you know that your makeup is gonna stay in place all day and you're not going to look like a muddy mess. So this is definitely much appreciated. This one is in Birthday Suit. And then I also recently purchased this full-size one, and it is in Festival. They're pretty similar shades, but this one is a little bit more nude and this is kind of more pinky. I actually was wearing this in my last video if you want to see what it looks like on. And my last makeup favorite is a brow product. This is from Maybelline, surprise, surprise, because it's pretty much the only brow products that I use these days. This is the Brow Precise Micro Pencil, and I actually have used this one all up, but I still can show you guys at least the basics of it. So it has a little spoolie on the end so you can kind of groom your brows before you fill them in. And then this side, which I can't twist up anymore, but it's a twistable, really small pencil. And I mean, you're not gonna be able to see it that well because I've used it all. But what I love about this product is how precise you can get because it's such a small little pencil tip. You can really get in and like almost draw individual hairs if you're feeling that dedicated. I usually more just like kind of outline my brows and then fill in any sparse areas, and that's kind of where I stop. But I love that this product is just kind of pigmented enough that it's really all I need to use, and then I'll use a little bit of clear brow gel and I'm good to go. So I've been loving this recently, and I think it's like $5 or $6 at the drugstore, so it's totally worth the investment to try it out. Next, I want to share a hair product for my fellow curly girls. This is not my natural hair right now, so probably not the best representation, but I do have naturally curly hair, and so I'm always constantly fighting it in the most loving way possible to try to keep, you know, like the poof and the frizz factor under control, especially now that we're getting towards the summer months and where, you know, the humidity kind of takes over. and adds a lot of volume where I don't want it. So I recently have found this Pantene Mousse, and I have definitely been using Pantene Mousse for a long time. It's always been something that I've liked with my hair. It's the right texture and has a good amount of hold. But I found after they reformulated their curl mousse, like, I don't know, a couple years ago, it just didn't have enough hold for me and I just was not feeling it. So I started using a different mousse. But then recently when I was home, actually I tried this mousse again with the new formulation, and I was instantly obsessed. It just has this like intense hold, and it can be kind of on the crunchy side of things, so if you're not into that, then you probably don't want to try this mousse. But I've just found that it has this incredible hold that will last even a couple days, because I tend to wash my hair and then wear it for a few days, kind of touch it up with a curling iron, and then, you know, start the process over. It's just such a great mousse, and I want it to be my best friend, and I want to buy like 10 bottles off of Amazon sometime soon so that I won't run out even if they reformulate it. So yeah, fellow curly girls, give this a try. It's good stuff. Next, I have some random kind of mix and match skincare products. This first one feels pretty random, but whatever, it's been working well for me, so I want to tell you guys about it. It is the Bikini Zone Anti-Bump Shave Gel. So yes, this is for your lady parts. But I have always struggled with shaving that region of my body because it's just very sensitive skin, and I tend to get like bumps and just not cute things happening. And with the warmer months coming up, I'm going to have to be shaving down there more with bathing suits and everything. So I actually got a sample of this from Ulta, I think when I ordered something online, somewhere along the lines, but I just was amazed at what a difference it made, and my skin was smooth and I didn't really have as many kind of issues and just like irritated skin as I had in the past. So you can pick this up at the drugstore. I think I bought this at Target, and it's just like a shave gel, but whatever is in it is really great, and my skin is a fan, and so I am too. Another product my skin has been a huge fan of is this aloe right here. It is by the brand Alba Botanica. They're very emollient after sun. But what's really nice about this aloe is it's not kind of your traditional like really thick gel. It's much lighter and kind of more liquidy, so it's almost pure aloe basically. And I think it's just done that much better of a job of like soaking into my skin and helping any kind of burn to heal, mainly sunburn, because your girl is really pale and is very susceptible to that even if I'm outside for like 30 minutes. It's sad, but it's a fact. So this is really good for that. I've also been putting it on my legs after I shave, and it's just a good moisturizing product, and I'm a huge fan of this, and I know that I'm going to get a ton of use of it in the summer months, so I highly recommend this for you guys as well. Next is a face mask from Lush. This is the Mask of Magnanimity, I think is how you say it, but it's this really fun like green color, and you definitely look like you have that classic like spa mud mask on whenever you're wearing this. But it has this really light, like kind of minty tingling feeling when it's on, and my skin is so baby soft after I use this, and it just feels hydrated and just like so happy, and I love this. Every time I use it, I feel like I'm in this wonderful like zen spa state, and I'm very content. So if you're looking for a good face mask and you're in the market for one, go ahead and stop by your local Lush and give this a try, because I don't think you'll be disappointed. All right, and last but certainly not least, I have some non-beauty favorites to share with you guys. These are apps and other kind of things that I've been loving outside of the beauty realm of things. First up, I have a kind of social media sort of deal. It's called Bloglovin', and I feel like more people should know about this website than do. If you love following blogs, you need to go to this website immediately. I'll try to remember to link it down below, but basically it's like a Pinterest type website specifically focused on blogs. So you can log in and type in any blog that you have read in the past, and even if it doesn't have any followers, you can create a page for it and then follow it. And every time that they create a post, it will be in your newsfeed. So I've been doing a lot more blog reading recently in my downtime. It's just kind of been something I've been drawn to. I've been reading fashion blogs and photography blogs and just kind of different things that I'm interested in. The beauty of this website is that it brings all of the blogs that you want to follow together into one feed. So you can see them all at once, and it's really easy to navigate and also to discover new blogs, because you can visit the different tabs and categories and just kind of browse and look at different posts, and if you like what you see, then you follow follow that person and you'll get to see their stuff, and it's really cool. So I highly recommend Vlog11. It's been really fun for me recently. Next up is an iPhone app, and this is called Mint. And honestly, it's very adulty, so if you're not in that phase of your life, you might want to just kind of zone out for a second. But it's basically a budgeting app, and I'll try to insert some screenshots maybe over here. I would show you on my phone, but then I'd literally be showing you my personal finances, and like, we're close on this channel, but we're not that close, you know? So anyway, basically Mint lets you see your whole kind of financial I don't know the right, I guess portfolio. That sounds very adult, but just basically you can put in your bank account, any credit cards you have, and just any places that you keep money in an account. You can link them all together, and it helps you to track your spending. You can create budgets for certain types of spending, and you really get to see all of, you know, your incoming and outgoing money. And it just, the way that it puts it together and how visually easy it is to kind of interact with, it really makes you a lot more aware of where your money is going every month and kind of where you can make adjustments to save more and not be spending too much on things that you don't necessarily need. I think it really is just a good way to help make yourself more aware of what you're doing with your money. And it's definitely a very adult thing that I've done very recently. I have my boyfriend to thank for introducing me to it, but it's definitely really helpful, and I've been using it a lot more than I expected to when I downloaded it, so I definitely wanted to mention it for you guys to check out as well, because I think it's very helpful and it's so much easier to use than like opening an Excel document and trying to figure out formulas and all of that nonsense with a budget. This is user friendly and it's on your phone, so you can check it any time of day, and it's great. So highly recommend Mint. I will also try to link that down below. Next up in my non-beauty and lifestyle favorites is my Chromecast. Guys, this thing is life-changing. It's definitely not a new concept. Chromecasts have been around for a while. Basically, a Chromecast is a device that allows you to stream internet things to your television, and I have been loving it so much. I have a TV in my room actually, and now that I've hooked it up to my Chromecast, I can watch YouTube on it, I can watch Netflix on it. I can even just cast something from my computer screen onto it, and it's just been so nice to be able to watch my favorite online things on a bigger screen. And it's so easy and straightforward to use, and I've just been so obsessed. Another thing that I have been loving recently is actually meal prepping. I feel like I've been talking about a lot of adulting things in this video, but it's kind of the phase I've been in. I'm just trying to, you know, get my life together and sort of be functional, maybe kind of once in a while. So with meal prepping, I've definitely been kind of going in and out, but I've been trying to get back in a routine with it because it really has made my life so much easier. You know, I just take one night a week and I make all of my lunches and dinners, and that way I don't have to think about it. In the morning I just grab one and go and bring it to work with me, and then just heat it up and I'm ready to have my lunch, and it's great. And then also at night when I get home from work, because I work kind of a later shift, so I get home later at night and I definitely don't feel like cooking by the time I get home. So meal prepping has been such a game changer for me, especially when I make sure to put things like vegetables and stuff in there. I'm getting kind of all of the nutrients that I need instead of driving through some place like McDonald's and making my body sad. So it's been good for me health-wise because I've been trying to pick healthier like recipes and things to try out, and also it's been good for my wallet because then I'm spending less money on takeout and just kind of food that I don't necessarily need, since I mostly grocery shop for my specific meal preps and only buy the ingredients that I need for them. So if you guys haven't tried meal prepping yet, I highly recommend it. I think I'm going to make a video about it sometime soon, just so I can kind of share the way that I do it, because I'm definitely not an expert, but I think hopefully my like simplistic, not very complicated way of doing it will be something that you guys could try out as well. So I'd love to share that with you. Next, I have a favorite music artist, and this is someone that I discovered super recently. I just kind of was listening to, I think like one of my daily mixes, or maybe it was my Discover Weekly playlist on Spotify, and this song came up and I was just like jamming in my car, and I was like, wait, this is incredible. I need to know who this man is, and I want to listen to all of his music forever. So I found the album American Teen by Khaled, or Khaled? Well, I'm probably saying it wrong, don't hate me. But however it's pronounced, this album is great. It's a super chill kind of pop, hip hop vibe, and I have just been listening to this album non-stop. Super obsessed, highly recommend it. I will link it down below. Last but not least, I want to continue my old favorites video tradition of mentioning my favorite YouTuber as of recently. And I had to think about this one for a bit, but this one is also kind of a no-brainer because I've been following his kind of daily show now for quite a while, and it is Philip DeFranco. If you guys don't know who Phil is, you need to go watch his content. It's incredible. He does a daily kind of news show, and he's working on building out his show so that it's going to be a full-on news network, which I think is super awesome and makes me really just proud of Team Internet, because honestly, if you put your mind to something, you can completely do it and it's awesome. Phil really does his best to cover kind of the major stories that are going on every day during the week and kind of share it from multiple perspectives and multiple sources, so he's not necessarily just sharing, you know, one biased opinion from either side, and then he'll also kind of share his own opinion. But I love that it's a conversation and that people will get down in the comments and, you know, discuss current events and actually kind of, you know what's going on and not be afraid to keep up with the news, because I know there's been so much going on recently and it's very heated and it's hard to follow. But I think Phil's show for me is a good way just to get like little snippets of what is going on without dealing with like the Facebook and like Twitter, etc. drama that tends to surround the more heated news stories that have been being released lately. So I've been really loving keeping up with Phil's show. He's a great guy, he has a good sense of humor, and he is very dedicated to what he does, so I really love his show. Alright, and I have been talking for the longest time ever in this video. I think I'm really just excited to be back and sharing stuff that I love with you guys, which I've always loved doing, of course. So yeah, anyway, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. It's definitely more casual, I'm just chilling on my bed, but I wanted to just kind of share some things that I love with you guys and have a fun time, and I hope that you enjoyed watching this video and maybe found a couple things that you want to try out yourself. If you want to share any of your recent favorites, either beauty or non-beauty, make sure to share them down below, and I will talk to you guys soon in my next video. Bye! So wake me up in the spring.